Hey, what's up, guys? This is Ken.
This is Eric.
This is Dex.
This is Ken.
And this is Alter Apex Radio. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Alter Apex Radio, our weekly show where we invite you in to hang out with our band and we introduce you to some cool new music that we're discovering as we're out promoting and networking and whatnot. Hit the subscribe button below so that you can keep up to date on what we're doing, and make a note to check out the accompanying playlist on Spotify. The link is in the description below. All right, so what's going on in the world of Alter Apex? If you haven't checked us out before, we have a 4-song EP that we dropped just a couple months ago. Music videos for each of those songs can be found right here on this YouTube channel. And the most recent video is for our song So Yeah. If you dig bands like Stone Temple Pilots and Velvet Revolver, Guns N' Roses, this might be your new jam.
So also coming soon for those who like to dig a little deeper, we've got a lyric video for the song So Yeah dropping in the next week or so. Keep up with our socials for that and for updates on new music that we're working on as well. We have some cool stuff planned, so stay tuned.
All right, guys, so let's get into some new music. First up, we have a track from the band Nights Like Thieves. They're a punk emo band from Southern California. A longtime friend of ours fronts this project. His name is Mario Rivera. He's the kind of dude that pretty much kicks life's ass at everything that he does. He does an exceptional job at it, and one of those things is certainly Nights Like Thieves.
So I have a confession here. Ken mentioned that Mario is a good friend of ours, but I personally have known Mario since he was 14 years old. I'm not going to give away any of our ages right now because it's ridiculous, but Mario and I actually played in a band together for a long time called Left Unsaid way back in the day, which is how Ken and Dex and the rest of the band and I met. So, he's been hitting this hard, writing music. The guy's an absolute music genius. It's amazing to hear everything he puts out and puts together. So I hope everybody enjoys it.
All right, let's get into the song Magic Eyes by Nights Like Thieves. Okay, I want to stop up top to compliment that guitar riff because it's ridiculous. Like, it's such a cool riff. It's super creative. I love that the metal riffing that's going on, and then those slides. What do you think of that, Dex?
Total metal. But I also want to compliment those drums. It's
Right?
We've all known Mario for a long time, and listening to stuff, the other stuff that he's done, this is a lot more driving and heavy.
That part where they go together on that that makes a lot of it. Like, it makes a lot of the vibe that's happening.
Yeah.
I will say it's such a Mario riff. You could probably play that for me, and I would probably immediately think it's Mario. And not that it's a bad thing. I just really think that, like, for this style, there's not very many people that shred as hard as he does.
Well, you've been playing with him so long, man. You guys spent so many years playing together. That makes sense that
We
you
did,
can
yeah.
into that. Let's get back to it. I love that distortion on his vocal. Sounds fucking good.
He's come so far as a vocalist too, man. Like, just to listen to like the first song he sang on the first Left Unsaid record to this, it's unreal.
Yeah.
And one of the things too that, like, with songwriting, I don't know, like, for me, like, coming into the verse, like, even just the fact that he's using the word awakening, it's an interesting word. Like, it draws you in. It doesn't sound generic. It sounds like well thought out. It has depth, like, right from the get-go. Like, that stuff, I think that, sometimes I think the thing that can kill a song is lyrics that just don't sound authentic because there's not much depth.
Agreed.
Yeah, you guys think?
Yeah. Shitty lyrics.
What do you think about the drums, Ken?
Dude, they're awesome. They sound real nice and fat. I love big sounding drums, and this is definitely fitting the bill. So
It's killer. Let's get back to it. That
that's
was
some
fucking
good
cool.
vocals, man.
That's fucking cool, man. That
Yeah.
melody is very Mario, Eric. I know you'd probably say that too, right?
Oh yeah, dude, without a doubt. I mean, that's his signature.
But
Sick.
it's not where you expect it to go.
Yeah, no. You
Which is
try
a
to
great
follow
thing.
it, and then it either drops or goes high, like in places that you wouldn't even expect at all. I think that's what makes for like good vocals too, is when it's not, certainly not predictable, but
Mhm.
just the range is completely there.
Yeah, definitely.
I love the second half of each verse. Like the guitar just starts like going like total. I mean, it's so metal. It's like it's crazy, like little Metallica and like Megadeth is like what it makes me think of.
Yeah.
I hope you guys are taking notes, because that's what we need to do.
Oh, okay. All right. Who's that?
So this is Sonny Sandoval from the band POD. I'm sure many people have heard of them, right? And it's so on this EP that Mario and Nights Like Thieves has recently released, they have a lot of guest vocalists. I think on 2 or 3 of the songs, some pretty heavy hitters too, man. Not only do they have Sonny Sandoval, but they have Scott Sellers from Rufio, and then Jared Woosley from the band 5 Speed. Those guys were out of Phoenix that were absolutely incredible too. So, if you haven't heard either Rufio or 5 Speed, go check those guys out too. But so amazing to have, somebody as big as Sonny on this song, and he just totally kills it.
In full disclosure, I mean, it's probably obvious at this point, but most of us have heard this song at least once through. It's newer to some of us than the others, but I've heard it quite a few times. One of the things that I really like about this part is I feel like I can tell that Mario probably wrote this part knowing that Sonny was going to sing on it, because like that part drops in a way that fits. It almost sounds like now it's like a POD song. Like,
well, dude, the guitar gets so heavy right here. Like we were saying, it was metally before. Right here is like straight up headbanging.
Yeah. But one of the reasons maybe that it sounds like it becomes a POD song is just because of how strong Sonny's vocal is. Like he's also one of those people that as soon as you hear him sing, you're like, oh, I know exactly who that is. You know?
Yeah.
So I really think that transition there between Sonny and Mario it's seamless, man.
It is.
Which is cool because I think it's really a blend of two different styles. Between the kind of punkish emo that Mario plays and the rock with POD, but it fits.
Yeah, I agree, man. It fits really well. And I think that's another, that's kudos to Mario's songwriting, because writing the song in a way that really fits the guest vocal, and then someone as successful as Sonny, he doesn't just hop on anybody's track. So it's fucking cool, man. It's really cool that this came together like this. Killer.
Insane. That is such a good song.
Well, good job, Mario. Good job, Nights Like Thieves. It's a badass song. What bands does that because there is a uniqueness there to that song. But does it make you guys think of any other bands?
Anytime I hear Mario, I think he'll even agree with me that he wears his love for At the Drive-In very much on his sleeve. And so anything I hear that him do, whether it's a punk emo track or a more popish punk song or whatever, he always seems to bring that in there somewhere where it's kind of weird and cool. And killer tune.
And speaking of that, I think he might have done, he's been doing a lot of covers recently on YouTube that are killer. We'll link to those in the description of this video. But did he do an At the Drive-In song recently?
I think he might have.
He's done a lot.
I know he did
Saves the Day track. Some Saves the Day.
He did Thursday, and he did. I don't know if he's done At the Drive-In yet, honestly. Dude, that's a hard thing to pull off too, because Cedric is an insane vocalist. But the cool thing about Mario's covers is he's playing everything, and the whole, all the videos he's putting together is him playing every instrument, like a full band. And I keep telling him that he needs to do a metal cover and totally dress like Heshers and wear wigs.
That'd be killer. Next up, we've got another tune from a longtime friend of ours, Artha Metters, or as he affectionately is known by many as Artie. The dude is a ridiculous bass player. His new band, 3 Rules, is a badass band of a project. They play instrumental progressive rock fusion. That's what their website says, but I think of it as progressive jazz metal. I think, rock may belong in there, but I think metal belongs in the description, and you'll hear why. But it's just, get ready with this one to see the look of musical inferiority just sweep over all of our faces.
Without a doubt.
Listen to this song.
Without a doubt.
But to be fair, I've always felt that anytime I've heard Artie play, the guy is just a genius.
Yeah. Dude's been playing at such a high level since he was a teenager, and just
he's always that reality check for you that I am not that good. So Artie, your playing is very humbling. I appreciate that.
But it's exciting too, and I know we're gonna get to it here in just a second, but it's really exciting to see him in a band like this, because I think he's belonged in a band like this for a long time. I think that this is kind of always the band that I would have pictured him being in. So you guys ready?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
You guys ready to feel small? Here's a tune by the band 3 Rules. This song is called Tropic of Cancer. All right, I tap out. I'm
Yeah.
out.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
guys,
give
this
up.
is good meeting. I'm out
I
of
give
here.
up. Artie, just come take all my bases, please.
That'd be awesome if you like came in there behind the shot and started taking him off the wall. No, man.
Yeah,
It's,
I lost my
Yeah.
base card on that one.
no, all this stuff, it's funny. Like, I know that we're saying this, tongue in cheek. I mean, we're obviously very, sincere in the fact that he's just an amazing player and he's inspiring. And like one of the things that I really like about him, and we didn't mention up top, is like, one of the coolest things that happened recently is he covered one of our songs, Ty the Raven, and he put a video out on social media and tagged us on that. And, he appreciates good music, man. Like, and for him to give us that compliment, I'm not just saying, we're good music. I'm not saying that necessarily, but like, he's just, it doesn't have to be super complex to be a good song,
Right.
and
Yep.
all of the different styles have their place, but that's worth saying. I mean, that he's not, it doesn't have to be a billion notes a measure in order for it to be a good song, but this song,
Although
billion
this
notes
stuff
a
is,
measure.
yeah.
So I mean, vibes I'm already getting. I mean, I don't have as many reference points, but I hear the Dream Theater vibe already, and I have heard this song a few times before. We're about to get into some parts. I hear like that virtuoso style in all of the players. Like, I hear some like Satriani stuff in this song, but let's keep listening. So that's the Satriani, right? Did you
Oh,
get
yeah.
that vibe?
Yeah. You know what else I hear? And I don't know if you guys have heard them, but a lot of those crazy, timed scales and stuff. Have you guys ever heard Between the Buried and Me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't.
Some of those little breakdowns, and I'm not saying in any way that Artie and them are doing what they're doing. It just reminds me of it. And it's that stuff is beyond my comprehension. That's all I'll say about that.
Yeah, it's beyond my comprehension, but it's accessible enough to really be able to enjoy it.
Mhm.
I mean, as I've been listening to some of the songs on the album, they put out a whole album recently, so check it out. The band's called Three Rules. I think the album's called Rule of Three. So Three Rules, Rule of Three makes perfect sense. Search anything like three rules. Actually, I think that there's there's some other bands called Three Rules. So I mean, go to our playlist, the Alter Apex Radio playlist, and you can find their music there for sure. But yeah, it's accessible enough to just be able. It's good music, man.
Dude.
See, there's the metal.
There's the Dream
There's-
Theater,
yeah.
or like something that like Paul Gilbert would do. The
Yeah.
guitar player, Mr. Big, So
Dude, man, like I love how genre bending and eclectic this is ending up. You know, like we're talking about bands like, you know, Between the Buried and Me, and then a couple seconds later we're talking about a band like Mr. Big.
Yeah.
And it's all meshed so well together.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it does. I mean, I think that just good rock music, man.
Definitely makes you nod your head. It's got a good groove.
There it is. Like my turn.
Yeah, right.
You know, the drums have like such a great energy. Like
Mhm.
the just this the sound of the room and how it was recorded, like it has like such a cool live feel. And
Yeah.
I mean, they sound great. I wouldn't say, I mean, I'm not a huge, I don't have a lot of knowledge like as a recording engineer, but I would guess that there aren't any triggers on that. That's some natural sound, and it's just a badass drummer
Just
that
straight
really
up.
knows how to use
Yeah.
this instrument.
Mhm.
But
It
like the
feels like
energy feels great.
yeah, it feels like you're in the room without being, you know, like without losing your hearing rather. It's like you're in there with them.
Yep, it does have that feel. I texted Artie after I started listening to the album the other day, and I was like, dude, what the hell, man? Like, it's so good. And he just said, a lot of notes, bro. A lot of
Yeah.
notes.
I was cracking up at that conversation we were having on Facebook the other day because he's like, "Hey, Eric, great, you can cover my song." I'm like, "Dude, you kidding me?" And then I responded, I was like, "I'll take this few seconds that you ring out." He's like, "I ring out?" Like,
So when
no,
does
you
that
really
happen?
don't. Yeah, you really don't.
Yeah, I do hear the Dream Theater there, man. I love it.
That's dirty. That is dirty.
You know, it's interesting too, like that part of the song, that crazy run that they all do together. It's so intricate and it's so crazy, but they managed to make it a hook.
Right.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
repeats throughout the song enough, like it's a hook within the song. You know, that's pretty impressive in a way, I think.
To
I mean,
make
what
it
the
like
fuck do I know though? What were you gonna say, Dex?
you're right. It's like a hook to the song. They took something that's like super complex and very musical and stuff that even would go over like, because we're musicians, but it still goes over our head, but they've managed to make it memorable. You know, it's like that's like, you know, the ending of their chorus.
Yeah.
Very cool. There it is.
Dude, Artie, I'm going to learn that song and I'll post it in about 40 years.
I think that,
Because that's how long it would. I don't even know I could do it in that. So it's
I was going to
ridiculous.
say, like, so should we just quit?
Yeah, you guys just want to call it.
Peace out, everybody.
Yeah. But that's how, like, I've always felt when it comes to Artie. Like, I've known Artie for probably over 20 years now. You know, I met him, I believe, when I was maybe about 15 or 16 years old, and he was that good then. So it's like to see him actually doing something of this musicality and caliber. It's not surprising, but it's just so refreshing and cool to see him do it again.
And in all seriousness, congratulations, dude. It sounds fantastic. And
Love it.
You guys are doing great stuff.
Come take my bases.
All right, for this next tune, we're going to take quite a bit of turn from the last one. We're going to get into a tune from a band called College Radio. They're an old school pop punk band from Seattle, Washington. I got turned on to this band recently from an article that was done by KISW, the big rock station up there in Seattle. Our boy Danny V works at the station. And speaking of, we would like to send a huge shout out to him and everybody at the station and thank them for the recent coverage that they gave us in the form of an article about our recent EP when it released. It's completely unheard of for a band like us that's as unknown as we are to get that kind of a shout out. So thank you guys. Thank you, Danny, for being just so fucking cool. We love you. We appreciate you. And they're just a cool station, man. They highlight local bands. And this band, College Radio, can you guys think of a better pop punk band name? That's the perfect name for a pop punk band, right? This band is old school pop punk. I'm thinking, like, when I hear these guys, I'm thinking like 2001 Drive-Thru Records type stuff. Have any of you guys heard this song yet?
I'm going to
I
be
have not.
completely surprised on it. I haven't listened to this one.
Cool.
I did one time, so
Right on. But it's a great song. Let's get into the tune Untitled by College Radio. Did you guys hear what I'm saying about the old school sound?
Dude, yeah, I literally was a time warp for me. And it's too bad Drive-Thru Records isn't around anymore because bands like this certainly belong on that label.
I'm thinking like Homegrown.
Yeah, very early Homegrown for sure.
Alistair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say another band, Ken?
No, yeah, I was saying early Homegrown for sure.
I just heard, I don't know if it's 100%, but I was talking to the drummer of Homegrown, and he says that there's going to be a reunion.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dude, I love Homegrown.
That's one band that I cannot believe didn't go further than they went, man. Because they were, you know, just as poppy as Blink-182, and in my opinion, a little bit more musically talented. But they still had the hooks that just made for really good songs. Yeah. I love that band. We actually played with those guys numerous times.
Yeah, they're killer, man. Like this makes me think of like this song by College Radio totally could have been on like the Welcome to the Family compilation.
The compilation, yeah.
Yep.
The pizza compilation.
Yeah.
They came in the little pizza box.
Yeah.
I still have that, dude. That thing's sick. That was such a cool idea.
Nice.
It's a good riff.
Yeah. This is also one of those great examples that, I mean, for those who don't know, like Ken, Dex, and I, we've had a pop punk band. We've all been in punk bands. Like that's where we came from. Eric, you were in a pop punk band that turned heavier, did more like heavier emo style stuff. But like, though it's a great example of those pop punk songs that like have a real happy feel, but they're singing about something that's not happy. You know, like they're touching on subjects that are really, really like hardcore. I mean, this guy, I mean, I don't know exactly, but like I feel like the lyric in that second verse, for instance, it really wears, you know, what it's talking about on his sleeve. Like it seems like a guy that's like losing his faith or something like that, questioning, you know, maybe what he grew up believing. And it's he just like comes right out and says it, you know, like, and it's not your typical lyric in a pop punk song. And I appreciate that. I think it's great because like, I mean, the last thing you want, I think, in a pop punk song or really any song, the last thing you want is like the typical lyric being what you go with. And I think it's really good. It's unpredictable.
Yeah, that's something that I've always liked about the pop punk genre, being it, you know, for so long, was the juxtaposition between the two of like a happy and a sad blend.
Close your eyes, don't expect it. We're lost in a surgeon. Always telling myself to give it up now, 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 give it up.
That part right
like
there.
Homegrown.
Yeah. That's the song titled "Give It Up."
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what's interesting?
Like-
Did you guys notice? Because I know I've been pausing and we've been chatting and stuff. But did you guys notice that? Because I feel like that's the next chorus. Like that's the second chorus, and they did the second chorus with different lyrics. Because the first time he's singing "Wake Up, Wake Up," and then now he's singing "Give It Up" over it's like the chorus part. I mean, it could be seen as the bridge, but I thought that was a cool songwriting choice that was different. The second time around, he's singing the chorus with different lyrics and a different
No
pattern.
doubt. Yep.
Now, reverb on the vocal sounds great. That's great. The vocals, he's really opening it up there. He sounds good. It's really good.
Wake me up from this darkness that can't let go.
That was a great little build up there at the end with the vocal and the
was.
drums just leading to the end.
It got like there was like so much emotion that was introduced by that part when they dropped and they brought up the reverb on the vocal, and then that outro as he got like really, really passionate with what he's singing. I think he's like, that, what was that lyric? Wake me up from this darkness that won't let go. That's a freaking cool lyric. Like I think that's really cool.
It makes me happy that people are still making music like this, man. Hopefully like that whole genre doesn't get lost in, where things have moved, over the last decade, but it's refreshing. I mean, I will always have a place in my heart for pop punk, being that that was kind of the evolution of, kind of my musical journey, of my youth, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's great. Like, I love the fact that we can sit and have these hangs and like get down on a song that's like metal, punk, kind of emo-ish, even dare I say new metal-ish, because it has like POD, it has Sunny on it. Like we're getting into that, and then we get down on some progressive, crazy stuff, and we're all vibing on that. And then we throw on a pop punk song. I think, and there's a lot of playlist curators out there that are tapping into the fact that genre bending is happening a lot more these days. People are digging all sorts of different styles of music, and they're open to putting them together. And for me, it fits. I mean, and then we're a band that doesn't sound like any of these three bands that we're listening to. But I don't think those college radio guys, congratulations. You guys sound great. We were happy to listen to your tune and check it out and give you guys a shout out. We think since you're up in Seattle, you probably like grunge. But I mean, if you don't, then like I'm sure you have a lot of enemies up there. Danny was saying that like if you don't like swear allegiance to Pearl Jam up there, man, it's like you're in trouble.
You're an outcast.
You're an outcast.
Yep.
You're being excommunicated from the city.
That's like anybody that lives here that doesn't like green chili.
Yeah.
Like what the hell is wrong with them, man? They need to move. But so check out the playlist. We have Alter Apex Radio playlist on Spotify. Click subscribe on our channel here for future videos. And thanks so much for hanging out with us. Peace.
See ya.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Ken.
This is Eric.
This is Dex.
This is Ken.
And this is Alter Apex Radio. And that's when it goes, and then all the engaging stuff starts happening.